First of all, I like to make it clear that, in my opinion, all explanations relating to the meaning of the existence, the consciousness, the reality, only scratch the surface of the reality of those concepts with the cognitive means we have at our disposal. The same applies to the subjects of afterlife and reincarnation, for which it is very difficult to provide any material proof of their existence. However, subjective experiences of dreams or altered states of consciousness, which are by their very nature highly personal, are sometimes particularly enlightening because they go beyond the usual limited framework of rational thought. Two dreams, in particular, intrigued me for the insights they provided me on the subject of reincarnation. The dreams start like that. I am both myself and several people at the same time. A young woman, 30 years old, a young man, around 20 years old, and a man aged around 70. The dream went on to show me that the four individuals were interconnected, each living a different life, yet all being one and the same person. It was as if I were living four lives at the same time in different forms. I also perceived a very explicit metaphor in the dream. I saw a hand. Each finger represented one of the four individuals, and the palm of the hand represented an entity located in a higher dimension, to which we were all attached. So I was both these different people living their experiences, but at the same time, this entity which was not immersed in our reality. It was as if we were the fractals in this dimension of a fractal located in the dimension above. A fractal figure presents a similar structure at all scales. The smallest form is identical to the largest form. A snowflake or a tree branch illustrates this concept perfectly. In the dream, I also saw the hand moving slowly forward, exploring its environment in the same way as a blind man exploring his surroundings with his fingers by trial and error. I then understood that each existence is a means for the aspect of ourselves located in the dimension above to explore this reality to which it has no direct access. It does this through our emotions and experiences, which are the information we need in this dimension above. The dream also showed me that each character's experience nourished the others, and vice versa. I also perceived that each version of myself shared information with the others. The second dream starts like that. I enter an immensely large cave where a party is taking place. I see a young American man who, in the 1930s, is celebrating something important, probably his birthday. It's a big party given in his honor. There are lots of guests. They are in the magnificent park of a beautiful house in the south of the United States. Champagne is flowing, people are dancing to an orchestra, and everyone is happy. I know I am that young man. Then I leave this place. I cross a street and enter a toy store. I know it's 1974. I take the time to observe the plush toys, some of which are characters from Disney films. I leave the toy store and get on a bus. I get off just 1 minute after boarding and find myself in the year 2015 on a street in a large city in France. Then I see thousands of people leaving this huge cave and arriving on a large space covered with white sand. I observe that in the crowd there are people who show the walkers, one after the other, a photo that has the particularity of being completely white. As soon as they look at the photo, they forget all about their past experiences. Their memory is completely erased. So, in the end, it occurred to me that we live several lives simultaneously in time and space, but that we are at the same time the manifestation, here on Earth, in different forms, of another self located in a higher dimension. In my view, there are two possible consequences to this approach. The first implies that if we are connected in time and space with all our existences, as well as with our higher form, then it must be possible to explain all intuitions, inspiring dreams, visions and synchronicities as exchanges of information between different aspects of ourselves. The second consequence implies that if all our existences take place at the same time, then the choices we make in what appears to us to be the present would have an impact not only on the future, but also on the past, and more specifically, on lives located in the past.